All right. Richard Nickel, Pittsburgh Modular Synthesizers, back with B-Boy Tech Report talking about the Voltage Research Laboratory. Now, this is a product that we debuted at Super Booth, but it is now starting to ship to dealers. So really interesting synthesizer. We've gone out of our way to fine-tune every aspect of it, from the complex oscillator to the function generators to the dynamics controllers, to give it a real lively organic sound. We use the term organic analog synthesis, and that sounds like sort of a cheesy marketing term, but it's really the goal we had when we were developing this as an instrument. We wanted something that sounded like if you were walking down the street and you sort of heard it off in the distance, it would sound like it's part of the environment that you're in. A very West Coast synth. You definitely get very experimental with this. You see we have a touch controller here, and the touch controller has 2 outputs per pad, and it's all analog output, so it's 0 to 5 volts. And what that means is it's not going to give you, your typical chromatic keyboard outputs. You really need to dial it in, but that allows you then to experiment, do some things more percussive, more interesting things that you might not get, if you have, say, a key step hooked up to it.
So what you could do is run 1 to volts per octave, because you said there's 2 outputs per pad.
Yes.
And the second one you could run to like a modulation source, or like a whatever you want to modulate.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
With the 2 outputs for channel, you can use the bottom row for, say, pitch,
Right.
and we can easily patch the second row in. Then for, I need a cord that's long enough, but we could patch that in to, say, the wave shape. So each one, then, I'll turn that one all the way down. And everywhere in between. So it's really designed to give you a lot of functionality in sort of a smaller space. I have the clock from the MIDI controller plugged into the sequence input here. Just get a little sequence going.
Is there a quantizer in here anywhere?
There's no quantizer in here. It's all analog voltages. It does have full MIDI though, so if you want to hook it up to a keyboard, you absolutely can. Then you hook this up to a keyboard, share it with a clock, and then use this for modulation. So the sound we're getting here is really rather sharp. We'll switch to a saw wave running through our warp circuit here, and then we'll use this second oscillator to modulate it. So let's just add some ring mod here. We can add multiple effects and multiple modulations at once too. We can go and add FM and ring mod. Get some really interesting effects that way. Can hard sync the oscillators together. So this is really just playing with the basic oscillator sounds, what we're doing here. We haven't really even touched on what you can do with the dynamics controllers in filter mode, where I can add resonance, you can pluck the filter, you can have nice long decay with the Vactor or a nice short decay with the Vactor. A really deep, really interesting instrument for someone that's really, they dig analog, but they're sick of the same 5 geometric wave shapes that you get with most subtractive synthesizers. This takes it into a completely different world. Price point on this is $15.99 for the full instrument, but it's Eurorack, so that means you can get just the voice in a black box, or just the voice to put in your Eurorack, or just the controller. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks a lot for letting me show it.